You ready for YouTube viewers? Good morning! How are we living, boys? So Bruiser BRIAR is back, and that is important because Bruiser BRIAR has not been that good compared to lethality since release. Now, with Season 14 starting, Bruiser items are crazy OP, and this build is a consistent build. So you're going to go Titanic into Sundered Sky, into Black Cleaver, Strybreaker, and this build is good. This build is consistent. Now, is it BRIAR's best build? We don't know just yet. But I will say you could pick this up, put this on any bruiser, and you could carry any game. So if you're looking for a consistent build, not a huge learning curve, and kind of doing what you want every bruiser to do, this is the build for you. And I put it on screen at the start. That way, in case you wanted to click away right now, you just wanted the build, you're doing this, Halo Blades, enjoy the game. Okay, now that we're in game, let's get it popping. We're going Green Smite. I'm going to explain most of this game like you're 5, just to make sure everyone knows everything about the champ. One-stop shop for BRIAR knowledge. Okay, so, and we're actually, usually you don't want to level your skill. Usually with BRIAR you're fine too, but we're going to play it like it's our last game ever. Stand right here in this bush. So red smite gives you more damage, blue smite gives you movement speed, and green gives you the shield. What are we doing, guys? Now, what we're going to do is at 50 seconds, we're starting this recall. We're dropping this ward at max range. That way we can see if there's any early cheese ganks or movements. That's what this ward does. And you're going to get sweeper anyway to make some early plays and deny their vision to their first ward. So we're going to get a ward down because it's 2 minutes so you get your sweeper, basically. And what that means is roughly, let's be vague, say 3:05, we can use sweeper. Well, our full clear is going to take us till about 3:20. BRIAR's a champion that likes to full clear, and this season, Season 14, you need to be clearing a ton. But luckily, I'm going to show you how here in a second. Start W, it's your fast clearing skill. If you have to take E for like an invade or, a counter invade, you can still clear wolves and raptors super easily with that. I took attack speed runes, so I can go 4, 5, 6 autos, smite W2. I like the smite first buff because it's one of her hardest. Now right here, you usually, if you didn't have a leash, you would just use your W2 on the blue buff. They're your second W. You'd use W2 on it and then have the W run you to your gromp. Luckily, we had a leash this game, so we're going to play it out. You want to pull your camps to the next one. Yeah, so luckily in the intro, we already covered the build and whatnot, so now you just get to see it in action. But yeah, this champion didn't change too much. I will say Bruiser got way more viable than last season. Like last season, if you weren't playing lethality, you weren't playing BRIAR, unfortunately. Now it seems like that curve has changed a lot with the lethality items dropping ability haste. It makes her kind of like, not as good to play that build, or it makes that build not as good or so glaringly better than Bruiser. Okay, we even DC'd right there, still getting the 6 auto. We're like that. Our bot's winning, so we're pathing to help them, but they're doing good. So luckily this is a good Bruiser game because we're going to be frontlining for a team that's already shown they can win. And top gap, oh my god. So yeah, I don't know how your guys' placements are going. This account was Masters, and usually what I like to do is I like to play on a second account. And we're going to smite there too, by the way. I like to play on a second account for the first 2 weeks or so, just because, so many people just outrageously spawn in for early season. Like, people that play this game, once a year. And they're going to run it down. They have not been playing as much as you. They don't care as much because they're going to get off this game in a month. So, it can be very frustrating to play early season, and I understand. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to stop myself. So he is 20 farms, so he's done 5 camps, so he's missing 1. He has both buffs. So it's probably his Krugs. He saw top was gankable. 3:30 the crab spawn, so we're going to go take this crab, go for top crab. But we know that we're up a camp. Now we're up a crab. And my mid walk, so we can fight him for top crab too. Right here. We're going to try and not show on this minion, so we're going to ping her to shoot that one. Try and not show on it. Jax has smite advantage because we smited twice, but if the fight goes long enough, with 10 seconds, then we'll be fine. Okay, I can help him push this. Just a little bit, right here. You want to push this guy? He needs to push this because it'll save his TP cooldown. His town couldn't clear the wave. We're doing him a huge favor here. We saw Jax wasn't at 24, so we know that he hasn't gotten this crab and shown to us just yet. If he gets this grab, he probably runs straight top. He does exactly that. Depending on if he was looking at his mini-map or not, he would know that I'm here. His Krugs were the camp that we think is still there, so we're actually going to try and get into this bush and charge E. He might beat me here. Okay. He jumps on me, IW back. That pivot I did actually showed him that I want to fight for this. Mordekaiser's going to walk, my set probably won't walk. Alright, never mind, my set will walk this time. We're going to smite that away from him. He used E, so it depends on when he's going to get it back. Flash auto and pray. Pray for bleed, boys. Nice. And now we just wait for our cooldowns, try and dodge his Q. Get our heal, stun him. And now we just pray that he doesn't Q us. Oh, and we're up there. Nice, good. That one's missing? Okay. So you want to, like, quickly look at your minimap right there. Just make sure you're not getting roamed on by mid. That'll decide how you walk back to your side of the map. Okay, now, you already know the build, but I'm going to show you. It's Titanic. Now, Titanic is super broken right now. And it's just an all-around damaging item. It gives you a lot of skirmish ability. Like, you can skirmish well, you can tank well. It's still doing, like, insane damage, just like Serrated Dirk. Like, Serrated Dirk right now is 1k, right? And this gives me 25 AD and 10 lethality. Well, this gives me 20 AD and a damaging active. So the idea is that, like, although it's 200 more gold, you're still doing relatively the same damage on, like, a close power spike. Except you're way tankier. And now, you already know that I'm going Halo Blades. I think Halo Blades is so good. I think if any Bruiser builds are bringing Conqueror, they're, like, dead set on getting carried. So what we're going to do is not get carried. We're going to bring Halo Blades. That way we can make the early plays ourselves, and we can still scale into late game because Halo Blades is not even, like, it's not like it falls off that much. Excuse me. So we're doing pretty good. We're going to go to Grubs here. Now, Grubs, if you're not paying attention to the meta, Grubs are broken right now. The idea that you can get a team-wide buff, and it helps everyone on, you know, hitting turrets, gives extra turret damage and extra pushing power, just gives everyone a chance to get back into the game. The way I see it is you end up getting loser bounties, right? And you have, you know, an 80 carry split pushing one time, and these Grubs get him a turret. That might be the difference between him getting mythic and not. So, Grubs are really good. Again, they spawn at 5 minutes, and then they have 2 4-minute cooldowns. You can get him up there. This guy is pretty clueless because he didn't go to my blue. He just saw me on Grubs, so we know he's here. My team should just walk and kill this guy. Okay, so what is Blood up to? He was looking for a counter jungle. I guess he thought that I was bot side. And then when I got the Grub, he realized it and turned around, so that's fine with me. I'm not going to use our smite here because clearly we don't know if he's here. We're going to confirm our top side, and then we can actually walk bot. Now we know on his initial clear that he got 20 farm, plus the grabs of 24, and then 1 minion from top side, plus like a little bit of the Krugs. So we can assume that he did 2 camps, probably being his top side again maybe, or his bot side into my bot side. But we know that he hasn't done a ton of farming and he hasn't killed many people yet. Or at least ganked anywhere. We can look for a big R here, but we don't really have to. With the Bruiser build, like, you're trying to farm up a ton, get your items, and then stand in front of your team. So you can't be weak on Bruiser build. It's not very viable to stand in front of a fed enemy team trying to tank for them. You know, it's not very realistic here. We're going to shoot it a little wide. We sink it, by the way. Ghost cooldown. He places traps. We're going to try and jump past him. Not bad. Oh! Bam! Trying to block anything I can for him. We're actually going to turn on this guy if he doesn't realize it. We got Ghost Flash. We actually snuck in here. You think it's good? Now, usually I'd prefer going to red here, but I think we might catch these guys off guard. Jax is definitely coming too, so we gotta fight a 3v3. They don't know I'm in here. Jax is definitely coming. This play gets okay. The longer you're here, it kind of gets more annoying, but it is what it is. Play for full damage on this guy. Nice. They were just waiting for Jax to walk behind us. We're going to charge this, so we catch him on the jump. He still has jump, but he E'd. He can't kill any of us. It's a preemptive channel, but it's okay. Not mad at him. We actually have Titanic, so we're going to take the reset now. Again, Titanic's such a huge power spike right now, and it just does everything. Now, if you're playing any other Bruisers, you're actually going to go a similar build, if not this exact build. I was trying a different bruiser build for BRIAR, and I'm going to post that one too, but this is the one that most people find consistency with, because the other one you have to learn a little bit. So this is like your one-stop shop, like I said, for BRIAR Bruiser Gaming, because man, you can play this thing on anyone, and it still feels good. Yeah, so they need to already hit the bruiser items, get them out of the game, buff lethality, get us back to where we were last season. Because let me tell you, man, bruisers just, like, you still do the same damage, like maybe a little under lethality, but you're 3 times as tanky, man. Did we just get another one on him? Okay. We weren't too mad for that one missing. We can walk right here. Lissandra doesn't have ult just yet, but sometimes just her W and my CC is enough. Yes, and he's going to jump over this wall, so I'm going to walk towards this wall anyway, and then if he turns, I'll jump over the wall. Next E cooldown could be pretty solid for us. We went all the way up, so we're going to meet him there, and we're go over the wall. Let my boy walk. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get Lissandra in there. Good. And we can always flash over this wall when we need to if we're close enough. He pivoted up. Good for him. It's one thing I do like about this wall is you can just flash over it at the last second and get the long run. But Talon pivoted up just enough, so I was actually good of him. I bet. Oh, do not go to these. Okay. You need defensive boots on every bruiser right now because damage is so high, you need to get quick defensive stats. So Titanic, plated steel caps, and then right here, what holds it all together is Sundered Sky. Now what this item does is actually like super broken. Is every 6 seconds, your first basic attack on someone is going to basically crit. It's going to heal and do extra damage. And any extra healing that goes above your health just gets turned into bonus health. So it's not even like, no, it's not like if you're full health and you use it, it just does nothing. Nope, not the case. It's going to turn it into bonus health for 6 seconds. Right? Or is it 8? Either way, long enough for the fight because you're hitting someone, so it's going to be a fight. Right here. Now, lethality build, I would just one-tap this guy. But he has, like, no option against me right now. Do you see this? See how he just has no option there? It's not like he can kill me, right? I'm going to send those minions over to her. We're going to prioritize Void Grubs. Again, Void Grubs are so broken right now. So we're going to keep it moving. But exactly, and that's like, that was a 3-in-1 Talon, a level up. Like, dude, he can't do anything because I bought this silly little Titanic weapon. Now, the shield on Void Grubs lasts for 10 seconds and it decays away, so I like to E if I'm going to E these during that, just to break the time down. See, this is when Eing like that's like terrible. We're going to jump away at the last second, make him miss that, and we're going to look for a mini demon combo here with QE into Titanic. Now, the real demon combo is in my combo video where it's E and then R. That's Q and then E, which usually sets up. Okay, him going invis got me the Void Grub. Not bad. If they're going to continue to do that, man, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. So your idea here is, do you want ability haste or do you want health? I think I want ability haste right now, so I'm going to go this. It is kind of annoying to, have to fight 2 fights like that, but it's alright. If you were playing a more competitive game, your top and mid would probably be doing that with you, and then, they wouldn't have gone for plays like that, but man, we're banging out, man. No reason to get mad at your team in a winning game, because that's the #1 reason you're going to lose a winning game, is if you start getting mad at stuff like that. We're going to shoot at middle bush there, because people usually feel safe there. This Morgana is one of them. Saw the ghost. I'm going to kill him before he can Q us. We're going to send him into the wall. Oh, unlucky. Smite him just for the slow. Talon's going to walk down to us. We're going to hit these minions just to tag some Titanic damage while we wait for this Talon. Hit this bush, drop any minion aggro. There's Jax, jump out of their combo. W, and then just buffer E and Prage. Could be a Jinx R coming. We're actually ready to play this out. They don't know about us. Don't drop, don't drop, don't drop, don't drop, don't drop. Buffer W2 and then Q. Auto, nice. This guy gets R'd, and we bang him out. Nice. So there you go. Now, do you see how much damage I'm taking in these fights? And, like, they just can't do enough. And again, like, this Talon, not weak. Jax is on a full Triforce, which is, like, not weak at all. Jinx, you can admittedly say she's, like, kind of weak being 1 and 4, but she's farmed up. So Titanic is just so in there. Now, the main thing to think about is your third item. Do you want the Terminus for attack speed, or do you want the Black Cleaver for cooldown reduction? I will say a lot of people like cooldown reduction on BRIAR. I think Terminus feels so good when you're carrying on this bruiser style. Like, I love it. But I think the bigger idea is to just keep it in mind. Like in a game where you see that you could probably get a ton of auto attacks again. So, you know, in a game where you're not against a team with a lot of CC, that would be a Terminus game. And then a game like this where they're always doing something to stop me, if it be, you know, Mordekaiser R, if it be Jax E, Talon going invis, Morgana queuing me, you know, stuff like that, that would be a game to go Black Cleaver. So your armor pen is definitely something to think about. And remember, you can only buy one pen item nowadays. You can only buy one. So if you buy Terminus, you can't get Black Cleaver. If you buy Black Cleaver, you can't get Last Whisper, and so on. They're actually looking here. I'll shoot an R at a safe spot. I'm shooting it towards the bush here because that's probably where they're going to go. If they're worried about it. Oh my god, and we sunk it. We're going to immediately W to dodge the Morgana spells. See how we dodge that? We're going to kill him for free. We can buffer E when we get scared, knock them out, and my team's probably going to take over. See, now, like, what would lethality BRIAR have done there? We don't have Dustblade. How would we have lived through that situation, right? We wouldn't have. We would have died for a team, and that situation would have been fine. Cool, not bad. But look at what Bruiser does there. Bruiser starts that fight and ends it and tanks 4 people at once. Now, your decision when you hit R like that is, are you going to Q immediately or W? Now, for me, I know, you know, Morgana is a champion that's going to lock me down and then I can't Q, so I have to W to continue to play my champ. So that's the idea behind waiting to W there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up our Sundered Sky. Now, watch us in the next 1v1. Our first auto is going to slam. And again, remember, this is a 6-second cooldown. That's what makes it so good, is you start the fight with it, you end the fight with it. Because think about it, your frenzy lasts for 5 seconds, okay? You're going to W, start the fight, and then you're going to W2 to execute. And then if you start a new rotation in a fight, another W2, that one's going to have Sundered Sky on it again. And then midway through that one, you're going to get Titanic. So, because Titanic's 10-second cooldown. So it just kind of lines up into like such a beautiful gameplay. So that's what makes this build so good, and that's why every champ is like rushing these things. Is because like your gameplay is just so straightforward, and it's really strong right now too. We're going to try and jump behind her and make her miss that. Do as much damage before she goes. Now you don't have Collector. You know, I could have just let the bleed do it, but you don't have Collector anymore. This guy, look at him check me. Look at him check me. Look at my Lissandra, such a real one. You don't have Collector, so you're not going to get the insane bleed procs like you're used to. But right there, I definitely could have just let it happen, but we're going to shoot it just here, just to make him think that we're coming. Because we actually are this time, but... Alright, no we're not. We're going to take the blue like we want to. If he runs topside, that means that he's like sacking everything. If we saw him run downwards, he was going to my bot camps. So because he's not at my bot camps, I'm not losing anything. He's recalling, and then he's going to come down here. So we're going to take what he's going for. It's a little more of an advanced jungle trick, but... Ooh, the flash to TP! That was pretty disgusting. Now they probably have 4 here, and Jax didn't recall, but we can try and cook this up. Down to try. Pretty strong right now. Dodge spells. They Q the Rift, smite W2. That way that we just go ahead and steal that, by the way. And look how clean that is. Dodge his spells, up, down, juke. Wait to see the next person. Go and get that. Flash out of the stun if possible. Ah, my boys died. I don't know what happened there. We got the Rift, though. We tried to play that fight out as good as possible. I mean, flashing out of Jax's E is definitely like a solid play. Definitely do it there. I messed it up there, but I mean, to be fair, I'm coming out of a Mordor and everything else. Coming out of Mordor, if you know what I'm talking about. So right here, I'm actually gonna go by Cleaver just to show this. This is what I think more people should go in most games. But I will say Terminus. Oh my God, Terminus definitely has its spot, and I think like overall on BRIAR, I think Terminus is actually just better. Now this guy wants his turret no matter what. He's gonna step to the right, that's my guess. Don't step to the left. Okay, he steps to the left, guys, because that's what I meant. Got my side switched, but that's okay. It's like I'm playing a fighting game. The R, regardless, made him get off because he obviously knows I'm looking at him, so he's going to take the recall. Again, there's more to BRIAR than just hitting it. You know, if you show that, if you are someone, you're showing that you're looking at them, so they have to assume you're coming for them, and then leave early. If I didn't shoot that R there, he might have greeted for the whole turret. We're going to go drag here. They're on fresher resets, but we're just so strong right now. There really shouldn't be too much. Alright, we don't have R. Don't have a lot of cooldown reduction just yet, but it is more than okay. Smite plus W2, and we're fine. We can just start a fight on anyone and we'd one-shot. We would one-shot them by now. Someone's walking behind us. Beat me to the bush. They don't. We run pretty fast here. Glad she actually did that. 2, 3. Smite W2. We can still look Jinx with R here. If she gets a little too greedy, we're going to shoot it really wide. And we're going to continue to do this. Odds are we miss this. Oh, so close. She actually didn't get scared at that R at all. She just completely thought I sucked. And she was right. That's the worst part. Talon's looking for a huge combo. He gets it too, actually. We're going to look to one-tap this guy as he jumps over. As he jumps over, we W2, pray for bleed to do the thing. We're going to send him into the turret. Try and jump around these right here. Go straight to their AD carry. This is okay. Again, I don't take any damage. I'm fine. Okay, I take a ton of damage. How low is Talon? Is he low enough to play on? And I'm in there. Got him. Look at that 1k damage heal. Oh my god, it feels so good. Smite and then just smite for the assist and then E just to live. Jump out of it and W2 this. We're back to healing, boys. Yeah, we are actually running a clinic right now. We're going to try and get our W used before enemy team shows up. That way I don't have to use E. Just like that. Just try and get the heal. Because we have enough for our item. Now right here, after this 3-item core, it's actually kind of up to you, but just for the sake of making this easy on everyone else to understand, is you can go Sterix is super good, or you go GA. I like Sterix because it gives tenacity now. So that'll help against Jack Stun, Morgana combo, and so on. Because Sterix gives tenacity and AD. So it's a shield, it's AD, it's a shield, and it's tenacity. And that sounds good to me, man. That sounds just mighty fine to me. Yeah, I don't know how your placements are going right now, but like I said, this was a Masters account, and it instantly got placed into D4 games. So look to be about 1 rank under where you were. I think if you're around 1 rank, that's just fine. I don't think that's worth being mad about. By the way, we're still one-tapping. Like, sure, he's 1 in 10, but, dude, everyone's supports are going to be weak. It doesn't matter how, like, does it look like I needed Titanic there? Does it look like I needed another auto? Because I had that to spare. But trust me, guys, the supports are going to get one-tapped. We're going to demon combo this. Got the Baron, we don't have to worry about that. Do we just let the ult do it? Here, guys, I'll jump a wall. Kidding, he died. So yeah, this season definitely looks really good though. Overall, this is probably one of their best seasons. The cinematic was awesome, by the way. If you haven't watched the 2024 cinematic, please do yourself a favor. They did it so well. Should I drive the whip? I think it's already going. Alright, we're gonna queue to it too, just to get there a little faster. Oh, you can't anymore. Well, no. Good. Again, smite Q if you're trying to hit Talon like that. I unfortunately hit 2 of them, but either way, you're smiting Edge of Night shields before you Q is always real. I do not have E, by the way. If he jumps into turret, it is what it is. Walk away! Nice. Live, my son. Live. I want one more. GG. So yeah, this build is broken. I hope you guys enjoy it. And let me tell you, just abuse these items now because they are going away fast. Have a good day.